And first at 11, drama on and off the football field as the Fairfax County School Superintendent meeting with the 6 high school football coaches threatening to forfeit playoff games. We're glad you're with us. I'm Scott Thuman. Tonight's meeting comes days after a judge ruled that top-seeded Hayfield is able to play again, pausing its postseason ban over alleged rule violations for student transfers. 7 News' Christian Flores is talking one-on-one with a player's parent for the first time. He's also live at the school district's headquarters trying to sort all of this out. So, Christian, what was discussed in this big meeting?
Well, that meeting ended about 2 hours ago, and we're told that Dr. Reed agreed to meet with these coaches at their request. Now, it appears most of the coaches exited through some sort of back way, but a couple did leave through this front entrance. We also texted one more. However, they all declined to say what exactly was discussed tonight, and that's been in line with their actions since that Friday judge's ruling, where they've been really tight-lipped about this very fluid process at this point. Now, with all of this going on, that it should be noted that there's still a real chance that Thursday night's playoff games don't go on if these coaches follow through with their threats.
It's been frustrating, kind of just up in the air, not knowing what is going to be.
For parents of high school football players in the same bracket as Hayfield, the past few days have been emotionally draining. On Friday, a judge paused the 2-year playoff ban against the Alexandria school for alleged recruiting violations just hours before kickoff.
Yeah, it was shocking because it was ruled by VHSL, so nobody thought a judge was going to go against VHSL.
6 coaches sent this letter to the school district urging them to hold Hayfield accountable and threatening to forfeit this week's playoff games.
We're supportive of whatever the choice is. I don't think it's fair for the seniors to have their last high school year of playing football be cut off, but if that's what needs to be due to get justice, then I think we're all supportive of it. 7
News asked Hayfield coach Daryl Overton about this letter. He told us he didn't do anything wrong, and he thinks the other schools will still play. Right now, the student athletes are left in limbo.
It's definitely mixed. Some of them, are younger and are fine with it. Some of them are seniors and aren't ready to give up their last few games that they should have had.
If they don't forfeit, some schools will have to play a condensed schedule, leaving parents worried about potential injuries.
It means practice and games on top of each other where we wouldn't really normally have those breaks, and it's straight. I think it's a lot.
And that parent says she has not been given any timeline for when coaches will decide whether or not to forfeit. And she says that very well could happen the day of Thursday's playoff games. Reporting live in Fairfax County, Christian Flores, 7 News.
A lot still to figure out. Thank you, Christian. And meanwhile, 7 News Sports Director Scott Abraham continues our team coverage tonight. He's taking a closer look at the impact this football fiasco is having on the upcoming playoff game schedule. Scott?
Yeah, there are so many different layers to this story. I said it on Friday night when we broke the news, and I'm going to say it again. This entire thing is a mess. It's confusing, and a lot of people involved are frankly not happy with the situation. With the late addition of Hayfield back in the playoffs, it basically punishes the 7 other teams in the region. Instead of playing their first-round games last Friday night like every other team in the state, these teams now have to play some serious catch-up. Try 3 games in 9 days, with the first round now scheduled for Thursday night. A couple of head coaches told me it's not fair and it's unsafe for their players. And these will not be your typical regular season games either. Playoff games are tough, physical, and mentally draining. Just to get back on the schedule, these teams will play Thursday, then next Tuesday for the regional semifinals, before then reaching the regional final on Saturday, November 30th.